Hey guys, we're at Dean Graziosi's office, mastermind.com, partners with Tony Robbins. We're gonna spend a couple hours in here doing a podcast, hanging out, learning a few things from Dean Graziosi. Come join me. What's up? How you guys doing?
Welcome back, guys.
Thank you so much. I think we should upgrade our studio a little bit. What's funny is people come to our studio and they're like, this is insane. Dude, you know what's funny is like when I'm watching the podcast, this looks like a real backdrop.
Totally does, yeah. Cool.
Holy crap.
Oh yeah. Dude, a bunch of my friends went to like your last thing, your last real estate thing recently. And I was just like, oh, I think he's been in the studio. It's like I know that guy.
That's cool.
Just doing some cleanup.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
The way you care about people, the results you're getting from, the work ethic you have, the heart you have, you've come so far and you've yet scratched the surface. I see where you're going and I love it.
Thank you.
So when someone hears this or sees this and you know, what do you think, over $150 million in assets, like insane. People from the outside say, he's past the worry. He's past the insecurities. He's past questioning himself if he's good enough to be in this room.
Yeah.
What's something that still pops up on the inside for you that no one would think?
Hey, we just left Dean's office. What a blast. It's funny how the thing you're nervous about for like 3-4 days, you feel when you're done with it, you realize, why was I nervous the whole time? So then there's an equation there of like, stop being nervous about things. Just realize it's gonna go really, really well. Had a lot of takeaways. It was really fun to see Dean with his daughter there, giving his daughter options that he didn't have when he was younger. That was really cool. It made me think I need to give my son more options. I need to give even my team members' children more options. What it made me think of today was, what about Molly's kids? Like, should we give Molly's kids an opportunity inside of the company to like be an intern for a while? And I don't have an intern program. That, like, going in there made me realize I need to have an intern program that does nothing more but just show people other options and other job opportunities that they might otherwise not know they exist. That was a really big takeaway. Another big takeaway is the weird stuff. Like, I know Dean has Bianca, okay, his traveling assistant. He has Nicole, another assistant, and he has Susan, who's his personal assistant. What do I have to do in my life to deserve a team like that? And that was interesting. Like, what is he doing on a daily basis and what do they do? Because if you know what they do, you can then kind of reverse engineer of like, oh, these are the things that are happening in his world that allow him to be at that level. The other thing is, a big takeaway with Dean is you realize when he's this well-spoken, he did not have that gift when he was born. He had to put a lot of work and time and energy into honing a gift that he didn't know that was gonna pan out or be as cool as it is now, that everybody wants to talk to him and everybody wants to pay him to go on stage. I mean, this is a guy that people pay $150,000 to $250,000 to speak on stage. These gifts and these skills are not just given to you. You have to go and earn them. He told me in a private conversation it took him 22 years to feel comfortable on stage. Crazy. Another big takeaway, anybody can pluck a ripe fruit. It's the people who go after the not so ripe fruit, cultivate them, nurture those trees, those fruit, whatever, that are the people that ultimately win. And I love that. That shows up in 25 different facets of my life. So I really love that. One thing I like about Dean is a great storyteller, and it reminds me that that's my number one job. I need to be a better storyteller. So a couple of takeaways for you guys. If you guys want to be a better storyteller, I'll tell you a couple of books you should read. You should read Donald Miller's Story Brand, unbelievable book. I would also read a book. I mean, reading any book will help you out, but reading Donald Miller's Story Brand will help you out. Also, Other Side of the Mountain. Talking about resourcefulness, that is such a great book, and it popped up while I was talking to Dean. Dean brought up 2 books in that interview that I've never read before, so I'm going to read those this week. And it's really cool to see Dean pull other ideas from other people, and I think one of the biggest challenges you have as a speaker or somebody who's running content is you feel like you have to be the one that comes up with all these unique ideas, when the reality is all the great ideas of the world have already been shared. They've already been eloquently laid out. You just have to pull them in when they're most appropriate and put your own spin on them. And that's what Dean does really, really well. He'll even reference, oh yeah, in this book, oh yeah, in this podcast, oh yeah, in this thing. And so not all of Dean's words are his words. So if you guys are well-read, well-researched, you'll be able to pull amazing anecdotes from other people's content and utilize it when it's appropriate for you. So reading more is actually what I took away from that as well. So that was great. Go watch that whole episode on Dean's channel. I watch his podcast with Alex Hormozy was really good. His podcast with Barry was unbelievable. I actually hired Barry last week to do an event for us. And so it's really cool to see people on his show or people that I'm already working with and seeing other aspects of them. So go watch Dean Graziosi's channel with us on it. Thanks.